everybody, welcome to my dining room. Today I have yet another grieving video, and this time it's about dealing with the death of a pet. I recently lost my nearly 19-year-old cat named Harley, and anyone that has met me in person pretty much knows who Harley is. Because he was around for so long. I got him when I was 17 years old, so he was in my life longer than he wasn't in my life. This is Harley when I first got him. He was a Nebulone cat, and they all look very similar. They all have this matte gray, long hair, green eyes, and very strong facial features. They don't have that flat face like other long hairs. Can you see? Ooh, love you, Baba. That's Harley in his heyday. He was a beautiful cat. He was a feisty cat. And over time, he really became attached to my dad. When I moved overseas, he stayed with my parents, and so he kind of became my parents' cat. But he was really the family cat. And when my dad got sick, Harley was really affected. He was really confused. My dad was too uncomfortable to let him sit on his lap anymore. I mean, Harley would wait for my dad to come home from work. He followed him around. He got up with him in the morning. He slept with him every night. I mean, they were constant companions. Harley was a really healthy cat. He never got sick, and we never had to take him in for the vet for anything besides his normal shots and stuff. In the last year, he went downhill considerably. I mean, he was old, but I know he really missed my dad. He was really confused by my dad coming and going in and out of the hospital, and my dad not holding him. And so it got to where Harley couldn't clean himself, and I tried to brush him, and it just wasn't dignified. And he was such a proud cat. And then it got to where he could barely walk, and we were going to take him in to get him put down because it's no quality of life. He was peeing on himself, and he was just acting ashamed, like he wasn't happy. And to live almost 19 years as a cat is a really long life, and knowing how feisty he was, there's just no doubt. I mean, I think this picture right here really sums up, he's such a funny cat. And yeah, it's taking a lot of getting used to the fact that he's not at my parents' house, my mom's house. I keep wanting to call and see how he is, and I'm like, oh yeah, he's dead. Harley died on a Saturday night. It was actually the 1-year anniversary of my dad's funeral, so that's quite fitting. My mom had just come back from my grandpa's funeral, actually, and Harley died within a couple hours of her coming home. I'd been going over there and just holding him, just letting him know he's not alone while she was gone. So he passed away, and since we had planned to bring him to the vet to have everything kind of taken care of, we weren't sure what to do. Put him in a pillowcase, and we put him in a box, and my son decorated the box. It was really sweet. He put a good cat on the box, and on my dad's gravestone it says a good man. So that was really adorable. We contacted a pet cemetery in our area. We also contacted the Humane Society. They do pet cremations as well. They do group ones, and then they do private ones, which are more expensive. It was about the same price as the local place, so we went with the local place. They got the cremation done within a day. I just picked it up, and it came in a little package. I haven't opened it yet. So I got a paw print from the place. I'm opening it now for the first time. Ooh, that is so sweet. It says little paw print. That's clearly a front paw. Aw, Baba. boo boo. That's really, really sweet. These are his remains. It's just in a little white box. It's just remains. They look kind of like gritty ashes, kind of like sand more. They're not, ashes don't look like ashes. They look more like sand, like a gray bone colored sand. If you actually see them, like they have bits in them, like chunks. So we want to put him with my dad. Whether we just sprinkle him around and kind of lay some dirt over so he doesn't go anywhere, or if we plant something and put the ashes down in by the plant roots, put some dirt, and then put the, that's something people do. They like plant a tree, or just straight up mix his ashes in with the dirt. I feel like that's the best place for him. I don't need to keep Harley's ashes. I rather have him with my dad. They were attached at the hip, and that's where he belongs. I have his little paw print. I have tons of pictures of him. Here's another one of him sniffing out a fake cat. I have a whole series of him kind of looking at it and then looking at me and sniffing it. It's really funny. It was just kind of a funny moment. I have the paw print. I have my pictures. I feel like he belongs with my dad. So that's what we're going to do. It's really cold right now. I don't know when we're going to do it. I just know that Harley was with my family for a very long time. I believe pets are a member of the family. It's really hard for me to accept that he's gone after all these years. Like I said, I've had him in my life more than I haven't had him in my life. He was a really special cat. I have 2 cats now, and I love them to death, and they're very, very friendly. They're not like him at all. There was such a change from a young cat, adolescent, adult cat to an old cat. And I enjoyed every single stage of it, and I have so many funny pictures of him, and I'm just gonna miss him a lot. You can't just get another animal and have that grief go away. That's not how it works. I have my 2 other cats, and even if I got another cat, even the same breed as Harley, they're not Harley. My sister named my cat. He was my dad's best friend, and so with Harley gone, it's like, wow, the family's really completely different now. Besides my mom, obviously, but you can't just get another animal and you're gonna forget about that last one. Doesn't work like that. There's been a lot of people on my Facebook who have lost a pet just like in the same week that Harley died, and I can sense the pain. If you're going through the same thing, or you have a sense that you're going to be going through the same thing, I really feel for you. I'm having a hard time adjusting. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.